I think what you're articulating is actually what the original understanding of public education was in our country. And that is that the public school system, it's government-run schools is what I prefer to call it actually versus public school system. But government-run schools are going to be sources of indoctrination. We just have to make a decision. Are we going to indoctrinate children into pro-American, pro-Judeo-Christian morals, or are we going to allow the left to indoctrinate children with Marxism and atheism and every other bad and evil ideology in the world? But they're never going to be a neutral playing field where you just go to learn arithmetic and you just go to learn facts and figures. It is going to be a place where children are indoctrinated.
That's exactly right, Liz. But it was, one of the biggest criticisms I got when I started this organization is you want to sit there and politicize education. I didn't start the fire, to quote Billy Joel. I didn't make this like this. Going back to the 40s in this country, and I'm sure I'm back before that, but going back to the 40s, there was a real public conversation of can registered communists teach in our schools? And in 1949, the NEA said, no, they cannot, and fired every registered communist from being a public school teacher. There were arguments over the Pledge of Allegiance. There were arguments, obviously, over school prayer. So the idea that we've always approached this idea of education from this neutral standpoint, just to teach kids, how to read and write, is incorrect. And it doesn't have to be overtly, not patriotic, but for lack of a better word, overtly patriotic. They don't have to learn that America never did anything wrong. But the basis of our entire worldview is that we are for the good. We are an actor in good overall. And even bad things that have happened in the history of our country have made the world a better place. So yes, things have happened that have been terrible. We have course corrected them over and over and over to make them better, to try to remedy those situations. And not only that, but we are the country that freed 100 million souls from communism. We are the country that ended Nazism in the world. We are the country that continually spends billions of dollars trying to end human slavery and human trafficking along the entire world. That is what we have done in our recent history, let alone go back even further. But the Americans who built this country are great men. They are greater men that you and women, but they are greater men and women that you should aspire to be like, because we are a great country and a great people. And although I do not share the DNA of, Thomas Jefferson, I do not look at him and have the same pigmentation that he does. He is still my forefather in the great American vision. And just like I don't share the pigmentation or the skin color or the religion of Benjamin Franklin or, other great leaders in our history, Thurgood Marshall, that doesn't matter, because what we don't have in a unified racial component of our country, we do have in the idea of being American. And there's more than just an idea, but we are a people. We just happen to be a people of a multiracial makeup.